Now let's look at everything I watched in 2022. Smiling Friends S. This was really funny and absurd, and I think that we watched it all in one sitting, which sucks, but it's short. Misery, the lady who oh, the misery, and it aged really well. Chainsaw Man anime. Unfortunately, I've watched a couple anime this year, and yeah, S tier. This adaptation is like literally perfect. It's just so good. It got adapted so well. I feel I love it. I'm sorry I watch anime. Alright, Attack on Titan. What is it? Final season part 2 out of 3. I mean, I think this is also Mappa. Yeah, Attack on Titan is A, but I still think there isn't another anime like Attack on Titan, so I still really enjoy it. Alright, Barbarian. I think I watched this. Wait, check my letterbox real quick. Shout out my letterbox profile. No, this was December 31st. I'm watching it tomorrow. I'm not watching it. I watched it already, and it was actually really good. I think Barbarian's an A. It's has a really enticing first act and gets pretty campy near the end, but I liked it. It was good. Bullet Train is just a wacky, goofy, silly movie. Where's Burning? Let's get Burning out of the way. Burning, this movie Korean? Probably one of the few movies I watched recently that gave me genuine anger and resentment. It's really boring, and pretty much the entire movie is like 8 different metaphors that people talk about when they review it, but it's boring. Alright, Daredevil, I watched 4 episodes of this during lunch at the LCC, so I'm not rating that. I actually did a rewatch of Death Note this year, and this is still probably top 5 for me. Not gonna lie. This is like the best fucking anime ever. Unironically so good. It was okay. That is a lie. Honestly, I think people rag on the second half of Death Note too hard. It's still really good. Now, a lot of Death Note fans are probably pretty weird. How am I weird? Hello, bro, think he immune. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is a C tier movie. It was visually stimulating for my brain, and that's about it. Madoka Magica, was that last year or was that before? Because we only watched Death Note because we watched that one. Better Call Saul is an S+. I will give Madoka Magica a B tier. I thought it was pretty good. Not the kind of anime I would watch. I think it was still pretty good. Watch Smile in the theaters around Halloween. When I watched this, I was like, I really like that. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's just like it's like a high B tier. It was terrifying. In the theaters, it was actually pretty scary. I can't lie. Well, you had a hard time sleeping. I don't know. Yeah, I think that opening scene was very, very haunting. I kill people. I've killed people. I haven't killed this year. This film would be 5 stars if it was called Sus Face and everyone did the sus face instead of smiling. It's the worst review you've written. That's not true. Wham was a very strange movie about this lady who gives birth to a human slash lamb hybrid. I'm just gonna spoil it now because you should not watch this movie. It's fucking boring. She finds the lamb. Yeah, she just finds it. What do you mean, why would I watch that? I didn't know what the fuck it was about. I watch a majority of the movies I watch, I'll hear them recommended and I will not look up what it's about. But this movie should have been like a half an hour long short film or something, because it's just fucking boring as shit. The Handmaiden, which is directed by one of my favorite Korean directors, the same guy who did Old Boy. This is an S+ movie. It is very good. Hard recommend on this. The beautiful movie. It's just a really great story, and it's actually really different from his other kind of work. It's like a forbidden love story. So that's what I will say. I don't want to spoil it because I actually hard recommend this movie. Alright, Us by Jordan Peele. I think out of the 3, this is actually my least favorite of Jordan Peele movies. I think it's a cool concept, but it kind of falls apart a little bit when he tries to explain some of how like the underground society works. I'm putting it at C, but like there's no way this is even anywhere near Doctor Strange. This needs to go down to D. You never heard of it? Did you watch Get Out? It's the same director as Get Out. Jordan Peele of Key and Peele notoriety. Jordan Peele of ERB notoriety. I need to use the restroom. What happened? What happened? What was Among Us? My PC got hacked? Oh shit. What? Did Ollie jump on my desk? Did you get all my food? Did he jump on my desk? No, I literally went to go pee. Oh, you fucker. Alright, let's do Joker right now. I don't know why it took me this long to watch this movie, but I think it was just okay. It was okay. I don't know. What do you mean, huh? It's fine. Joaquin Phoenix did a good job as the Joker. It was very interesting. And then everything they had about Bruce Wayne in that movie was so fucking corny. Like, it was just like annoying. And at the end where we watched Bruce Wayne's parents get killed for the 40th time, I was like, Jesus Christ, that is so annoying. Has some iconic scenes. Alright, The Host, which is ironically the same director as Parasite. This movie is not Parasite. This movie is kinda ass. I'm sorry. The CGI is kinda aged, and Parasite is not ass, bruh. Parasite was probably the best movie that came out that year. Not overhyped. Bruh, someone ban him. Parasite actually had like a real like effort and like meaning. Speaking of something with effort and meaning, Hawkeye the TV show, S+. Best thing I saw all year. I went into the show after seeing the urinal screenshot. Let me see that. He's taking a piss and it says Thanos was right on the urinal and he's like, oh, I'm really sad. I went into the show wanting to hate watch it, but I think it was actually pretty good. So it's actually like kind of B tier. Also, I think Kingpin was kind of weird in it. Spoiler. Yeah, Kingpin's in it from the Daredevil TV series. I'll rate the Batman right now. Yeah, it's like B tier. Oh, Zoe Kravitz is really hot in the Batman. I really like the punching scenes. I like when he beat people up. Looking back at it, I think the Batman is probably overrated. I think it had really good vibes. I like how emo Robert Pattinson looked, and Gotham City looked really dirty, which I love. It looked like crusty as fuck, which I'm a fan of. Worst Bruce Wayne ever. We're not shaming goth Batman. I think goth emo Batman is better than boring ass fucking white bread Ben Affleck Batman pretending to be in the Justice League. He's lame for not killing villains? Bruh, why are you so violent? No Country for Old Men. I actually really liked this movie. I think it has more interesting. I think the characters are really interesting and it's very character focused. But I remember being like kind of underwhelmed by the ending. But I can't even remember what the ending is. The lead actors in that movie are insanely good. Old Boy, probably literally my 4th rewatch of the movie. This stays at S+. This movie is probably one of my favorites of all time. And every time I watch it with someone new, it's always very entertaining. I'll say that. Classic revenge movie. It's a Korean film. Same director as Handmaiden. Alright, Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson. This movie was a pretty slow burn, but I think it added to, I guess, the overall experience of it. I think this is a solid A movie. And it is very weird to have No Country for Old Men and Under the Skin next to Smiling Friends, but that's just where we're at right now. And also knowing about some of the filming of that movie made it a lot more interesting to me. That it was like, some of it was candid. Raw, movie about people eating each other. Well, I wouldn't recommend it. It was recommended by the committee, but it might have been an outdated recommendation. and then at the end of the movie they made up with their dad, and I'm not fucking with you, the dad lifts up his shirt and he has a bunch of like bite marks and shit all over his body, and he's like, I know, because your mom eats me. And I was like, what the fuck is this movie? Another movie that caused genuine anger within my soul was Confessions. It felt like someone had watched like the most like corniest, like edgiest fucking anime you've ever seen, and they're like, we're gonna make it a movie. It's about a teacher who, it is as bad as Burning. Actually, it's better than Burning. It's about a teacher who no, they like bullied these two kids, killed her daughter, so she becomes a teacher and torments the two kids for a whole movie. Dear Zachary is a documentary about someone making a letter to their dead friend's son. It's very personal. It's very heart-wrenching. I think it's literally impossible to watch this shit without crying. So yeah, if you want to watch that, I would recommend it. Good movie for boys' night. Get some brewskis, watch Dear Zachary. Hell yeah. This is the menu. I knew zero things about this movie other than it was about a menu. This movie was just an S tier movie. I just thought it was really enjoyable. It had a pretty good twist. Yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy is hot. It was also really fucking funny. Like, they did comedy very well in this. It does have like some social commentary on the commodification of art. Alright, first addendum to this video. I think I would actually put the menu in S+. Just, I guess, looking back at my list, I did like it a lot more than the other things in that tier. And I think the topics that it touched upon were actually great, and it just nailed the comedy perfectly. Yeah, this was an important addendum to add. Alright, Dexter. I watched 3 episodes of this, so it's just gonna go in the NA, I'm sorry. In my heart, I know it was ass, but I didn't watch it all, so it was so good until the last episode. That reminds me of another show that we'll get to. Alright, Weathering With You is another anime. Well, it's a movie. Something I've learned this last year was that a lot of these anime-styled movies are about romance and also very sad. But I thought this one... But no, this is I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. This isn't Weathering With You. No, I liked this one. This one was really good. Because they're both on this list. I mean, all of these movies are like really well animated. And this one was just very heart-wrenching. It's a boys' night anime, yep. Boys' night, Dear Zachary into I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Let's do the other one that I was talking about, Weathering With You. So the same idea as I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, but I think it did it kind of worse. It was nice, but like they did destroy like all of Japan to be together, so they just didn't think about like the environmental impact of their actions. She has this power to control weather, and I forget. Titan. Is this a French movie? It felt like one because this movie is about a woman who fucks a car and gets pregnant with said car. So it was a very strange watch, but I was enticed. Oh, it's even weirder than I just described it. But yeah, she becomes like part metal. That's not even like the weirdest part. It was genuinely like I had no idea what the fuck I was watching. It's a high B, maybe a low A, possibly later. Who knows? A Girl Who Leapt Through Time. This is actually a rewatch for me. I think it was pretty good. It's like an A. This one's like a classic, isn't it? Alright, we're at Primal. Jesus Christ. Primal was a massive disappointment for me. So this is a Adult Swim cartoon created by the same guy who did Samurai Jack, Gendy Tartakovsky. Beautiful animation, really good character building between the main character and the dinosaur companion. Pretty much everything up to the last like 5 episodes of season 2. And then they waste an entire episode doing a flash forward to whatever the fuck, like not related to the story at all. Ending pushes it to B. Nah, this shit goes in D. The ending literally ruined this fucking show. So they build up this enemy who's like chasing the main character, and then in the final episode he gets burnt to a crisp, and as he's dying on the floor, his love interest him, and it ends. The lady just gets on top of him, and there's a fucking sex scene. It was genuinely fucking infuriating watching this shit. Like, he also doesn't speak, so because he drew a picture of a family on the wall, she was like, oh, this is what he wants before he dies, and it ends right there. I was horrified. I wasn't even disappointed. I was genuinely fucking horrified by that ending. And it was the most uncomfortable scene ever. It was way too fucking long. I was genuinely fucking infuriated. This needs to go to an F. And it was like, it was so rushed. Alright, second addendum. I don't know how many times I can put this, but while the ending of the show was genuinely jaw-dropping and horrifying, I still think a majority of the show was actually pretty good. So we're gonna bump Primal up to D. It's still probably a worthwhile watch, but yeah, that ending was just, oh man. Alright, Lady Vengeance, same director as The Handmaiden and Old Boy. I don't think I liked it as much as those two movies, but still pretty good. I think it's a high C, and that's because I can't remember anything other than the scene with all the parents. So, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, the TV series. Now, if you remember Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared from the 2010 era of YouTube, some really creepy shit. This is an S+ show. I beg of you to watch it. It was really enjoyable and fucking hilarious. I thought it was so fucking good. Moon Knight. I made it halfway through the season, and then I got bored. I think Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is a solid S tier movie. Very enjoyable, and what I like about it is that its messaging and themes was very digestible, other than these, more so than other movies that I've enjoyed this year. And I think it did a good job all around. I think it was a very easy movie to enjoy and just have a lot of fun with. Atlanta is a show that I want everyone to watch, so this is going at the top for me. Donald Glover's FX show just finished up last year. Does kind of absurdist humor really well. The way he portrays characters in that show is really interesting. I haven't watched a show like this before because I think it's just really defined by how absurd some of the situations are, but it's still like really grounded in reality. It's like a toned down regular show. That's such a weird way to describe Atlanta, but I really loved Atlanta and I thought it was great. This is famous director Neil Breen's Twisted Pair. Gave up halfway through the movie. D tier. Jojo Rabbit is a movie about a little Hitler youth who has Hitler as his imaginary friend. And this movie is actually really cute. I mean, it's also pretty sad. I think this was a really good movie. This was an S tier. It had good pacing. They did a World War II story that was actually interesting. Yeah, I've never seen a movie like that before. Alright, JoJo Stone Ocean Part 6. I think this goes into S tier. I don't know. I think it was adapted very well, but I think Chainsaw Man just like looks so much better than JoJo looks. I still really like these two. This is my favorites. So they'll go right next to each other. I think they did a good job with the adaptation. And when they do Part 7 in 5 years, that will be Omega S plus triple, quadruple plus. Yeah, that's the one with Jolene. Yeah, she's a really dope main character. Alright, Demon Slayer. I watched right past the training arc in the first season. I don't know. Am I allowed to rate this? There's like 3 billion episodes. I'm just not a fan. This is not for me. I don't know. Let's put it in NA. The Lighthouse with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe is a movie where they get naked. It's gonna go in the S tier. Watch Demon Slayer once, or watch Death Note is a season long. Demon Slayer, they're gonna be milking that for the next 20 years until you're fucking 50 and you're gonna be like, I remember Demon Slayer, like everyone with Naruto now. Shut the fuck up. I deeply regret this very emotional rant for reasons I still have to process. So yeah, that's about it. Death Note second half puts it in C? No. I did not watch Death Note 8 times in a row. That's unfair. That's unfair characterization of me. He goes to F now. This and My Hero are just made to just fucking be 10 years long. So My Hero's ending soon. Awesome. Watching back this take, I think it's a really uncharitable way to look at some of the most popular anime of recent years. And it's kind of unfair to say they're solely created to last long. Like, yes, shonen anime can be pretty long. One Piece. Alright, Nope by Jordan Peele. I like this maybe more than Get Out. I think Nope is really good. Yeah, maybe Death Note's not an S. No, it's an S. Death Note is not S. Well, when you make your own tier list of the movies I watched, then yeah, you can put it not an S. I think going into that movie blind, it was very cool. Very cool. Had some epic. I love the scene that stands out to me is the one with the monkey and the one where they're getting eaten alive inside the monster. That was awesome. Alright, 2 movies from the same director. We got The Lobster and The Killing of a Sacred Deer. The Killing of a Sacred Deer made 0 sense to me until the committee informed me that it was actually based off of it's based on a Greek myth, and I was like, whoa, this is fucking epic. I was like, yeah. This goes in S because I've never seen a movie like this in my life, and it is so fucking, like, right off the bat, it's just, like, very unsettling how everyone, all the actors are doing this weird kind of stilted talk in this movie, and I have no idea why this director does this, but it's really interesting. I would recommend this. I'm gonna put The Lobster up here too. They talk like fucking aliens. Like every single actor in the movie talks like an alien, and it's really weird. Bring a clip? No. Watch the movie. Stop watching clips. This is something I judge the committee for too, is watching clips of movies all the time and like shows. We need to stop this. It's not the same as sitting down and watching it, the whole thing. You know, right here, I think I was just really cooking. I'm gonna double down. What can I say? It's just like really unique movies. We got the Yakuza Like a Dragon movie, 2007. This is only at C because of the novelty of it being a Yakuza movie. That's literally it. It's not a good movie. Yeah, this movie, you can't see it. It's called A Taxi Driver. The fact that it's based off a true story is like kind of astonishing. This is a really like insane ass adventure about this journalist trying to cover a government coup in Korea. It's a Korean movie. Taxi Driver is high S. In no way Saw 3 can be higher than F. Okay, well there's some personal bias in that ranking. I love Saw. It is definitely a guilty pleasure. Did you go to SawCon? Wait, when is it this year? Saint Maud is a thriller about a crazy religious lady. That's about it. That ending was very memorable, and there's what I like about it is how blunt it is. There's no question about the ending. None of it is up for interpretation. Alright, and then the last rating, we got The Boys Season 3. I'm gonna be honest, this is like a low C or maybe even a D. The Boys gets the primal rating? I did not like this season, man. Let me move this up a little bit. I hated Burning more than Primal. Confessions was the best out of here. I don't hate Demon Slayer, I just literally didn't watch it, so let's move that. Yeah, Soldier Boy was good. What I hate about this season of The Boys was how much time we spent on fucking the Deep. We spend like more than 3 minutes on the Deep and A Train. Like no one gives a fuck about these characters because they have no like. There's no shot of redemption or like any character building at all. Like they tried with A Train, and at the end he literally just goes back to fucking murdering people. So it's like, oh, okay. None of the characters have any development. They're exactly where they were at the start of the season. Again, like the problem that I have with a lot of shit is like they're just setting it up to be 10, 40 seasons long. Like write a story that's fucking good, and if it's long, then it's long. That's the thing about Saul, it's very concise, and they don't waste any fucking time. The Boys Season 3 was a waste of time. Alright, some final adjustments to the very important tier list of 2022. We're gonna move Death Note to low A. Everything else in the S tier, like, I don't know why Death Note's sitting there. We're gonna put Pop Team Epic in S+. I completely forgot to fucking add this to my list, but I was actually watching it weekly when it came out, and it's just a really good like sketch comedy anime parody show that I think everyone should watch. It's really funny and just fucking wacky, and it's so easy to just blast every episode of it. I thought it was really great. And that wraps up the tier lists for all of 2022. Gonna do the same thing next year. Maybe I'll even do albums next year if I listen to a substantial amount of them. Thank you for making it through the whole video. Subscribe if you liked it. Check out my other videos. I have perfect opinions, and have a great day.